this committee should recognize, and all the people who's watching this, para lalabas dito, sasabihin natin 3%, 10%. Tandaan ninyo, ang ERC, pag nagsimula na yung project, approved na yan, kinukolekta na ng NGCP ang bayad dyan sa development cost nila. Kaya yung tinatanong ni Kong Dan Fernandez kanina, tungkol doon sa sinasabing WAC na yan, yung computation niya, importante. Ngayon, kanina sinabi, may mga point, ang Transco, o ano yung mga delay because of right of way. There are projects, I think we can ask Chair Mona here, there are projects was already been approved, hanggang ngayon hindi pa sinisimulan. O sino may kasalanan ngayon yan? Pangalawa, ang Transmission Development Plan, ang gumagawa ngayon is the system operator. Ibig sabihin, kung gumawa kayo ng plano, iplinano nyo na kung ano yung mga dadaanan. Alam nyo na kung saan pupunta. Eh ngayon, kung na-aprobahan yan at na-delay, sino dapat nating sisihin? Sino sisisihin natin? Transco ba? ERC ba? Sinong gumawa ng plano? Ibig sabihin, nung plinano nyo yan, gumawa ka ng plano, gagawin mo yung highway, alam mo doon dadaan, may problema ka na dyan. So that's my point. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
All right, so just to summarize, Mr. Chair, we're not looking at just 3%, but we're looking at potentially as high as 30% share of total bill. So, importante pinag-uusapan natin, Mr. Chair, kaya salamat po. And my next point, magkano po, Chair Mona, ang ating total requirements to connect everything? Kasi right now, magkano ang amount na naka-reflect sa Transmission Development Plan, pero I'm sure you have computed, magkano ba ang required investment? Kasi nakakita po ako ng computation for Indonesia. Sabi doon sa study na yon, ang kailangan daw ng Indonesia para magkaroon ng sufficient transmission infrastructure, the equivalent of 1.1 trillion pesos. But this is for Indonesia. I'm sure meron tayong computation for the Philippines. Magkano po yun?
Mr. Chair, we're retrieving the document. If it's in the Transmission Development Plan, the TDP is.
Yes, but I know that it says 300 billion ba?
Mr. Chair, if I may answer. For the period 2016 to 2020, NGCP claimed, the claim of NGCP was 387.8 billion to be allowed to recover 387.80 billion pesos. Meron po silang bagong application sa amin for 2023 to 2023, 24, 27. Nire-retrieve ko lang po yung numbers kasi yun po yung moving forward. Tapos na po kasi yung period na ina-undertake namin ngayon na ang pinag-uusapan po nating fourth regulatory period. But the moving forward, I'll get the numbers lang po so we can share.
And so, ilang porsyento po sa ngayon ng required investment ang in place na po? Are we half?
Meron naman po tayong detalyadong breakdown, Mr. Chair. We can submit, hindi ko lang po hawak ngayon yung total. But there are still projects, for example, that were approved during the third regulatory period. This was the 2011 to 2015.
No, I'm not talking about approvals. I'm talking about in place. Kasi ang pinag-uusapan natin is yung pinapalawak na kalsada, pinapa-widen na kalsada. So ilang porsyento yung backlog ang tanong? Parang kasi meron ako nakita na parang 90 plus ang ganun pa kataas.
Po yung may numbers na ganun kasi po yung yun po yung sinasama sa Transmission Development Plan. But we have our own numbers. I'll just need to pull it up, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair, pwede natin tanongin ang DOE.
Mr. Chair, we just have the number of, based on the number of projects. They're retrieving the numbers in cost, no?
Or
today.
maybe what you call that, circuit kilometers yata ang proper unit in terms of circuit kilometers. Can you just maybe at one point in time dito sa hearing, if you can let us know? Because I think that that's probably the relevant unit to talk about. Kasi we're talking about expanding. Tama ba ako? Oh, okay, so sige, hintayin na lang natin yan.
Mr. Chair, just to, like on the number of projects, out of the 224 projects, this is based on the TDP, the completed projects are 97 and the ongoing are 46 and the rest are, di pa pala kasama. There are 224 projects. Now, out of the 109 projects, the 109 completed projects, 97 of that are delayed projects. And then the ongoing out of the 224 is 46 plus 55, Mr. Chair. And then the delayed within schedule is 9, and then the delayed is 46. The rest are in pre-construction stage. As of our calculations, together with ERC and Transco, about 6.71% of the projects are on time. The rest are delayed.
Only 6.71.
Yes, Mr.
So
Chair.
94, yeah, 94%.
These are without considering kung anong reasons. It's just like if you have a contract, you're supposed to deliver. So in our studies, 6.71, if I'm not mistaken, Mr. Chair. Ang delayed. Yes,
And then,
Mr. Chair.
how much, maybe see, I'm up, how much is the maximum reduction in price that can be achieved if all of these projects can finally be completed? Kasi meron kayong computation na 0.005 per kilowatt hour ang magiging price reduction for every 5 billion peso. I don't know who's, I think that was
Your
Trans.
Honor, Transco po yun, yung sa 5 billion na 0.005. Maximum, ma'am, pardon me, I can't give you a maximum only because yung price po kasi
Whatever,
maraming
average
components.
or-
From this study po, we can roughly say that after completion of all of these projects na tinake namin to consideration, we can look at around really roughly 20% price difference, at least period to period, from yung mga areas affected by this project. Like for example, after the completion of the MVIP, the price in Mindanao went down from 617 to 498, comparing the period of May 2022 to April 2023. Comparing that with the same number of months from May 2023 to April 2024. So that's 1 peso 19 centavos in Mindanao. In Visayas, the price went down by 1 peso 77 centavos. And in Luzon, 1 peso and 99 centavos. So roughly, ma'am, on the average, mga around 20% of the price from that period. Pero pagka month-to-month po kasi, ma'am, yan, especially during summer months, prices are of course higher. Kaya ito po, average prices to for 1 year po ito.
Sige po, sir. I'll give you some time, but can you compute in pesos
Yes,
kung magkano ang pwedeng ibaba per kilowatt hour, considering both direct and yung indirect na pinag-usapan natin kanina? Kasi hindi po ba ang congestion mawawala?
No.
So maapektuhan po yung 20% portion of the generation cost. So I'm sure you can easily compute that, di ba?
Yes, ma'am. Ang ano lang po is that yung po kasing offtake from the market, really around 20% only. Now, if we will try to extrapolate.
Yes.
No? How it affects yung pricing of electricity contracted naman.
Yes
Kasi yung contracts po kasi most of them, well actually all of them, wala po kaming data from the BCQ except the quantity. No?
I'll ask you in the second round. Just give me back of the envelope.
Sige po, ma'am, we'll try
Computations
and
and-
we'll give you
Yes.
a more or less non-speculative
Yes,
answer, ma'am.
yes,
Thank
yes.
you po.
My last question.
Last
To
question.
be very
Thank you,
quick. For the ERC, who is the regulator of the NGCP. So I believe as regulator, Mr. Chair, they must be at least checking on the compliances with the concessionary agreement. Tama po, no? Hindi. Sino po nag-check?
Concession agreement, Mr. Chair, hindi po. Si PISAM po yung
PISAM.
counterparty po.
So
niya.
nasaan po ang PISAM? Yes.
Pisam, please answer the question.
So, can you confirm that? You check on the compliance of NGCP?
Madam, Mr. Chair,